here for a sec. I just need to talk to you just for a minute. I've got a couple things to fill you in on. I don't think you're going to love this. In fact, it's a little challenging, but I want you to understand. It's not personal. It's just business. How many of you have heard that phrase or had someone use it with you? It's misleading, frustrating, and I think we should all just leave it alone and stop using it. See, at some level, all business truly is personal. In fact, you're personally vested in your business or you wouldn't be in it. Relationships move businesses forward. It's not just the numbers, and sales don't happen without people. In fact, we often say you don't have awesome companies, you have awesome people who all work at the same place. Human beings truly drive businesses, and we are emotional beings. Instead of denying that business can be personal, why don't we instead embrace it and act as if it is to get to our full potential? See, we recently had a situation where I could have used, it's not personal, it's just business, but I just refused to. We had one of those employees that any person wants, an amazing team member who really just did everything he should do. He worked with us for about 3 years, never had one issue or complaint, always had his work done. In fact, went above and beyond to get more work done. But we've come to the point as a company where his position was no longer needed. So immediately, we looked throughout our organization to see was there anywhere else we could use him and utilize his skills. And what we found was that we would probably be taking someone who functioned very, very incredibly highly in their position and putting them into a position where they wouldn't do as well. It wouldn't be fair to them, and it wouldn't be fair to us. So we sat down with this individual, and instead of saying, we're going to have to redeploy, and I want you to understand, it's not personal, it's just business, we sat down and explained to him what was going on, and I said, I realize this is personal, and it's personal for me too. And I want you to be okay through this. And I know that there's nothing that we're going to do that's going to make it so that it's okay that you're leaving the company. But I want you to leave here with a tremendous amount of confidence and everything you need to move forward. So here's what we did. We sat down with this individual. We helped him come up with a resume. I put out the word to my entire network. So did some other people in our organization. In fact, we had most of the company actively looking to find this person a job before he had completed working with us. He started getting calls. We put him on the phone with recruiters. We worked with him to understand what he wanted next. And while he was still working with us and tying loose ends up and finishing everything, he was interviewing for a new position, and he walked out of our offices on his last day and literally drove to his new job and worked in the afternoon that day because they needed him there, and he was incredibly excited to have a new opportunity. See, business is personal. And oftentimes when somebody says, I want you to understand it's not personal, it's just business, they're about to act in a way that they never would if it wasn't a business context. So my question to you is, why don't we just treat it personally? See, we can embrace the personal aspect of business by being transparent and honest and letting people know what's really going on. We invest in our team and know who they are and understand how they work, and we can move our businesses forward leaps and bounds. And if we're dealing with a client or a supplier or a vendor who's coming in for us and we have a challenge, stop blaming and let's take responsibility and understand what happened and move things forward. We can always dismiss just about anything we do in our capacity as professionals by saying it's not personal, it's just business. My question to you is that true for you? If you're anything like the professionals that I work with and surround myself with, nothing could be further from the truth. Our businesses are who we are. We run companies because we want to personally, and the reward we get is financial, but the intangible rewards we get are personal, and that's what really keeps us moving forward. On that note, I'd like to personally thank you for stopping by and watching this today. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. We put one of these video blogs out every week where we help you build a business around who you are so it will give to you indefinitely. I'll see you next week.